This is the third video and final video for the Intro to Lit Assessment 1. Please make sure that you have watched the second video so that you have heard the reading that these questions will be about, the namesake. Okay, so if you need to go back to your document and listen to that one first, please do. Question 10. Read this sentence from paragraph 1. She told him she liked it well enough, though later, alone, she had wept, thinking of her grandmother, who had died earlier in the year, and of the letter, forever hovering somewhere between India and America, containing the good name she'd chosen for Gogol. The author uses figurative language in this sentence to reveal that F. The letter failed to reach Ashima because it was lost in the mail. G. Ashima was too upset to read the letter when it finally arrived. H. The letter had expressed the last wish of Ashima's grandmother. J. Ashima's grandmother had hoped that the letter would unite the two cultures. Please pause this video, answer question 10 in Illuminate, and come back. Question 11. The description of the setting in the last paragraph of the story suggests that Gogol will... Okay, so it says the last paragraph of the story. That tells me that I need to go back to the last paragraph and look at the setting. So, Gogol picks up a pencil, grips it tightly, and forms the letters of the only word he has learned thus far to write from memory, getting the L backward due to nerves. "What beautiful penmanship you have," Mrs. Lapidus says. She tears up the old registration form and asks Mrs. McNabb to type up a new one. Then she takes Gogol by the hand down a carpeted hallway with painted cement walls. She opens a door, and Gogol is introduced to his teacher, Miss Watkins, a woman with hair in 2 braids, wearing overalls and clogs. Inside the classroom, it's a small universe of nicknames. Andrew is Andy, Alexandra Sandy, William Billy, Elizabeth Lizzie. It is nothing like the schooling Gogol's parents have known. Fountain pens and polished black shoes and notebooks and good names and sir or madam at a tender age. Here the only official ritual is the pledging allegiance first thing in the morning to the American flag. For the rest of the day, they sit at a communal round table, drinking punch and eating cookies, taking naps on little orange cushions on the floor. At the end of his first day, he is sent home with a letter to his parents from Mrs. Lapidus, folded and stapled to a string around his neck, explaining that due to their son's preference, he will be known as Gogol at school. What about the parents' preference? Ashima and Ashoke wonder, shaking their heads. But since neither of them feels comfortable pressing the issue, they have no choice but to give in. So again, question 11 asks, the description of the setting in the last paragraph of the story suggests that Gogol will A. Continue to feel anxious when he speaks to Mrs. Lapidus. B. Have trouble fitting in with his new classmates. C. Change his mind about which name he prefers. D. Become comfortable with the routines of kindergarten. Pause this video, answer number 11, and come back. And number 12. The descriptions of Mrs. Lapidus and Gogol in paragraph 3 create a contrast between Okay, so we have to go to paragraph 3 looking for descriptions of Mrs. Lapidus and Gogol. So let's find paragraph 3. It says, at school, Ashoke and Gogol are greeted by the secretary, Mrs. McNabb, who asks Ashoke to fill out a registration form. He provides a copy of Gogol's birth certificate and immunization record, which Mrs. McNabb puts in a folder along with the registration. This way, Mrs. McNabb says, leading them to the principal's office. Candace Lapidus, the name on the door says. Mrs. Lapidus assures Ashoke that missing the first week of kindergarten is not a problem, that things have yet to settle down. Mrs. Lapidus is a tall, slender woman with short, white blonde hair. She wears frosted eyeshadow and a lemon yellow suit. She shakes Ashoke's hand and tells him that there are 2 other Indian children at the school, Jayadev Modi in the 3rd grade and Rika Saxena in 5th. Perhaps the Gangulis know them? Ashoke tells Mrs. Lapidus that they do not. She looks at the registration form and smiles kindly at the boy, who is clutching his father's hand. Gogol is dressed in powder blue pants, red and white canvas sneakers, a striped turtleneck top. So again, question number 12 asks, the description of Mrs. Lapidus and Gogol in paragraph 3 create a contrast between a F, professional adult and an ordinary child, G, strict principal and a nervous kindergartner, H, dependable adult and a playful boy, J, busy administrator and a carefree student. Answer question 12. At this point, you have finished with the multiple choice portion of your test. The essay-based portion we did in class, so do not worry about the essay-based portion if it is included in your Illuminate exam. Make sure that you finish the exam and turn it in on Illuminate. And if you have questions, you can message your teacher. Good luck and have a great rest of your day.